Good morning. And welcome. Welcome State Representative Scott Randolph, Orlando City Commissioner Patty Sheehan, former Orange County Commissioner Linda Stewart, GLBT Center Board of Directors, Executive Director Randy Stevens, guests, and most importantly, veterans and active duty military personnel. I got to take in this moment. As a veteran, I am honored that you have come here today to honor all veterans of our U.S. military, but particularly those who have served our nation in silence as gay and lesbian service members. This past Veterans Day, history was made in Orlando as a delegation of 7 gay veterans and 3 supporters marched as an out and proud delegation for the first time in Orlando's Veterans Day Parade. With pride, we carried the American and gay pride flags, wore shirts supporting the efforts to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and carried a banner that read, "The GLBT Center of Orlando salutes all veterans." The reception was inspiring as voices from the crowd exclaimed, "Thank you for your service, and we're with you." It was during that parade that I came up with the idea for this memorial. But this memorial is not the product of one individual. Just as the United States was created by many, this memorial took many to make it happen. And to all of you, I am very grateful. Now that Don't Ask, Don't Tell has been repealed, this memorial carries a new meaning. Soon gays will no longer have to serve in silence. Now there is no distinction between gay and non-gay veterans. Today, we are simply veterans. For 235 years, gays, their spouses, and families have served our nation in silence. No more. And today, we make history. To my knowledge, we are the first city in Florida to dedicate such a memorial. And we join only 2 other cities in the nation to honor and memorialize the contributions of gay service members to our nation: Palm Springs, California, and Phoenix, Arizona. And this is the first memorial in the nation after the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. The support of the GLBT community, from veterans and non-veterans, active duty military, and straight allies, has been overwhelming. This memorial was completely funded by private donations, and for all who were able to give of your money, time, and resources, I thank you. I would like to point out that every month, due to the kind donation by Flag World, we will have a brand new U.S. flag flying high over the center. You can make a donation to the center to purchase a flag and have it flown here for a month in honor or in memory of a veteran. At the end of the month, the flag will be retired, replaced by a new one, and your flag will be presented to you. If you would like to participate with this, you can sign up today after the dedication inside at the reception. This is part of our ongoing memorial and will show that the center is proud of our veterans and is proud of what our national ensign represents: freedom, liberty, and justice for all. This first flag was donated to the center for today's dedication by Ben Larson, a straight ally and a veteran. This flag has special significance as it was raised over our nation's capital during the inauguration of President Obama. It will be retired after the dedication, folded and kept on permanent display inside the center. Take pride in being here today. Take pride in being an American. You are a part of history, past and present, and you are a part of our nation's future.
It is a pleasure and really an honor to be here on this occasion today. And I want to say hello to all the friends and family and all the supporters that I have had throughout my years and term in office, and certainly coming to the Board of County Commission and supporting us when we're trying to push through, bulldog through this ordinance. And we still have work to go, and I have a commitment that it will be done for domestic partnership coverage for Orange County, and also possibly a domestic registry. So there's still some work to be done, and we need to support those that are helping to push these items through. But for today's remembrance of the veterans who have served so nobly and with honor, now we can at least welcome them openly, and I think that is the most important thing. I see the tide turning. I see the tide turning in Orange County. I see the tide turning nationally. Let's not go back to where we once were, because we need to continue this strife to get everybody to be equal. Everyone is equal in their own right, and that is what we need to keep in mind at all times. So I want to say thank you for having me, and it was an honor again to have been asked to come, but I will be there for you, and that is what my goal is, and of course for all citizens of Orange County. We all have a role to play in civil behavior. We don't need to be throwing darts and being nasty to one another. We need to civilly deal with our issues, and that is really an important, this bullying thing that's going on, that's got to stop. We've just got to have a new direction and a new thought process on how we deal with people, and I hope that that is what we're going to see in the next year. So thank you very much.
Well, this is my route to go to work, and this is my neighborhood, and I'm very proud of it. And I want to get out of the way first. Don't criticize my hair, y'all. I had put back my hair appointment to be here this morning, but it was important, all right? I know my hair's long. I'm going to get it taken care of this afternoon. All right. Well, I'd like to say a little bit about Don't Ask, Don't Tell. The policy restricted the United States military from efforts to discover or reveal the sexuality of closeted gay or bisexual service member or applicants. But it actually barred those who were openly gay from military service. Now, we all think about how unfair that was and how unfair the policy was, but it was actually enacted as a compromise during Bill Clinton's administration. The policy didn't work. It actually opened up members to blackmail and discouraged lying. But what Don't Ask, Don't Tell did do was prohibit the brutal beatings of service members that were happening throughout the military branches, such as that of Alan R. Schindler, Jr., who was murdered while serving in the U.S. Navy in 1993 by two shipmates. Schindler's corpse was beaten so badly he was left unrecognizable. So again, Don't Ask, Don't Tell was designed to try to stop that. Now granted, it's taken a long time and a lot of steps to get us from not having people beaten to death while they serve, to Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which was an imperfect solution to protect people, to today, where we celebrate being able to openly serve in the military. President Obama signed the repeal into law on December 22, 2010. The policy remains in place until the President, Secretary of Defense, and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff certify it will not harm military readiness, followed by a 60-day waiting period, which we all know will happen. It'll be a historic day. We look forward to seeing that happen. Y'all know me. I'm going to go over the steps because I'm kind of that, policy geek kind of person, but those are the steps that have kind of happened. Many gay people have served. It's the beauty of living in an urban environment. Many gay people have served honorably in the military with distinction, and one of probably the most famous former members of the military in the gay and lesbian community was Oliver Sipple. He was a former Marine and openly gay man in San Francisco who actually foiled an assassination attempt on Gerald R. Ford. So we have a long, rich history of protecting our country and being there when we're most needed, even to stop the assassination of a U.S. president. That's my community. That's the gay community. The gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender community. We are here today to fly a flag that was fought for by many, many distinguished gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered people. We are so proud to be here today. I'm proud of all my military veteran friends. Go ahead and stand up if you're seated. If you are a member of the, or put your hand up if you're a former member of the U.S. military. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your service, for your commitment, and for your pride, not only in your country, but in your community. I'm so honored to be your commissioner, and I'm honored to be here today. Thank you very much.
I want to thank everybody for being here today, and I especially want to thank everyone for coming out today to celebrate and remember the service and sacrifices of so many of our men and women. Their selflessness has protected our freedoms and our rights throughout the decades. yet so many have had to serve in silence of their true selves for fear of retribution and removal from the military, not for reasons related to their ability to do their job of protecting America, but simply being gay or lesbian. Today we stand here to honor all our military personnel and their families, and with pride that only comes with openness, to ensure that that honor includes our many gay and lesbian members. Thanks to everyone in the community here today that have made this possible. Not only have you worked tirelessly in our nation's capital to ensure that discriminatory policies have no place in our military, but you've also worked tirelessly in your community and your neighborhoods to bring diversity and equality to Orlando. 20 years ago, could we imagine this day? So that we may be one of the cities, the few cities that proudly displays the flag we are here to unveil. And thanks to our many local leaders who have been supportive of ensuring diversity and equality in Central Florida, despite the opposite efforts of Tallahassee. Your efforts will continue to change Florida from the ground up. And one day we will have equality for everyone in Florida, no matter what community you live. As said today, this will be the first new flag raised since the end of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Not technically, but since it passed. Since Commissioner Sheehan pointed that out. But since the passage of the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And it truly sends a statement that it's happening here today in Orlando. I'm honored to be here, to be asked to be one of the witnesses and to participate in this event. And I hope that it sends a message to Tallahassee that we demand equality and that the demands for equality from Florida and all Floridians will not be silenced forever. There will be a day where we have equality throughout all of Florida. Thank you again to all of those that have served in the military. It's only with your love for our country that any of us have the ability to stand here today to say thank you. Thanks for everybody.
Save